Hello and welcome to episode number 42 of the English to Takeaway podcast. My name is Jordan. I'm an online educator and content creator, and I am delighted to have my everlasting co-host Richard with me.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jordan. So I'm Richard. I liked how you used online educator. It sounds much more posh, doesn't it, than the word
Yes.
teacher. So I'm going to copy you. I'm going to copy you this week. So I'm also an online educator and content creator, known as the Grammar Goat on social media. Um,
Awesome.
Jordan, it's great to see you. Have you had a good day? Because I know you're nearly at the end of your day now in the Philippines, aren't you? Have you had a good day
Yes.
today?
Yeah, the sun will be set. Well, I say the sun will be setting. It's kind of overcast today. Actually, it's pretty. Um, it's still warm and humid, but it's not really bright and beautiful sunshine. So, but yeah, it'll be getting dark in a little while. But other than that, I've had a very lazy day today because I played an incredible amount of pickleball yesterday. So my legs are shocked a bit, and I wanted to rest.
Oh wow! So how many hours did you play of pickleball yesterday? Come on.
3 hours in the morning, from 9 till 12, and then we went back in the afternoon or early evening, and we played from around about 5:30 to 9:30, something like that.
Wow. Wow.
But we had breaks in between. It wasn't 4 hours solid. But yeah, it was quite a day of pickleball yesterday.
A pickleball marathon by the sounds of it, hey. Do you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
what about food and keeping yourself fueled? Is there like a restaurant or a cafe in the pickleball center where you play?
Yes, yeah. So basically, the pickleball area is a cafe and pickleball courts. That's what um, they advertise it as, and the cafe is quite nice. It's good. It has good food, good drinks, decent coffee. So yeah, to be honest with you, it's quite a nice place to eat, and they've got which is my daughter's favourite, is the homemade gelato with Italian ice cream, right? So,
Oh, nice.
yes, which is a big favourite for the kids. But yeah, it's a nice area, nice enjoyable place. Yeah. How about yourself? What have you been up to today?
Yeah, today's just been a regular day so far, to be honest. I was gonna just say it sounds like you're practically living at the pickleball center at the moment. You could probably just put a mattress down, couldn't you, by the side of the court, and then you're
Yes.
you're pretty much set. You can just wake up, sort of pickleball. Is it called a bat or a racket? I forget.
Paddle. It's actually called a
Oh, a
paddle.
paddle. Oh, right.
Mm.
Well, you can
Yes.
wake up with the paddle in your hand, and then off you go to play. So, no, it sounds like you're loving the pickleball, which is
Yes.
brilliant. Have you noticed that your level has kind of gone up? Are you steadily getting better? Do you think at pickleball?
Um, I think so. Yes, I do believe so. Um, but yeah, I think there's, if you want to improve more, then you can definitely do a lot of things like drills and things like that. Um, but yeah, I would say that I feel like I'm getting a little bit better. My wife is definitely progressing, more, I think, more noticeably than myself, because she doesn't come from a tennis background or anything like that. I kind of had the advantage of playing tennis, playing squash, playing a little bit of table tennis here and there. Um, but my wife had never played any racket sports before, so she's definitely progressing really well. So yeah, it's good fun. Like we enjoy just getting out there and sweating it all out, which is good.
Yeah, cool.
So
Sounds amazing. Yeah, sounds amazing. I've
yeah.
never tried it. I've never played. We've talked about pickleball before, haven't we, on the pod? But yeah, it's one of those sports I definitely need to try. It sounds excellent. Yeah, really,
Have
really good
you
fun.
have you played much in terms of like racket sports before? Have you played tennis or badminton or something like that?
Yeah, I can play badminton. I can play tennis. I can't serve. My serve was always terrible, but yeah, I've got that hand-eye coordination, so I could
Nice.
definitely play. But hey, I was going to say one thing I did do yesterday was I went out with my daughter Carolina for a run, which was
Oh,
like the first time that she's really gone for a proper run, and I haven't run for a long time, so that was really cool. We only did like a 10-minute short jog, but have you heard the concept of couch to 5K? Have you heard that?
no, that sounds interesting.
It's couch to 5K is very, very popular, you know, where you just essentially you gradually build up your running,
Right.
and you go
Okay.
from sitting on the couch, not running, to being able to run a 5K. So we're
Ah,
we're kind of going to do our own sort of couch to 5K and gradually build the runs up.
okay.
And yeah, and
Cool.
see if she enjoys it. Hopefully she will.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, that sounds really good.
Mm.
Do you track it on like an application? Like, is there anything that you need to note down, like times or distance? Like, do you keep a record of things?
Not at the moment, but
Right.
I have actually entered the ballot for the London Marathon next year. Um, I don't
Wow.
really know why. I don't really know why I did it. I did it 9 years ago, London
Okay.
Marathon. I think I've told you before, but
Yes.
yeah, I was just basically at the gym and I thought, you know how the ballot for next year's marathon it opens just after the marathon in the current year finishes. And I was in the
Yes.
gym the other day and I was just like, I was thinking about, you know, the world record that was set at this past London Marathon. I'm sure you saw that, like under 2 hours, wasn't it? The guy ran it
Yeah.
in, which is unreal. And so that just got me thinking about the marathon. And I thought, I wonder if the ballot is open. And I googled it, and it said ballot due to close in, I think it was like in 2 hours.
Oh,
So I had like 2 hours until it finished,
wow.
and I was just like, "Oh, let me try." So I just entered my details and submitted it. But reading on the news yesterday, I think a record number of people this year have entered it. I think 1.7 million people or something have entered the
Wow.
ballot. I mean, my chances are slim, but you never know.
Yeah. That's awesome though. Did did you um, did you run when you completed the marathon 9 years ago? Did you run for the whole of the marathon, or did you take some breaks in between and walk a little bit of the way?
Yeah, so I was in pretty good shape going into the marathon. My training had gone really well. I'd even done a run which was over like marathon distance before,
Mm-hmm.
on a very cool Sunday morning when it was the temperature was like perfect and I'd
Yeah.
run way beyond the marathon, so like I was pretty confident. But going into it I made a few critical mistakes in terms of my like in terms of my nutrition. I basically didn't take on board enough calories to complete it. It was really foolish, but
Oh, really?
I was like quite worried about my stomach on the day, so I didn't eat enough the night
Wow.
before or the day before.
Wow.
And also it was like the hottest one. I'm making excuses here, but it was the hottest London Marathon on record when I did it. It was so hot, honestly,
Yeah.
and so like I got to halfway, and then my legs just started to cramp up, and
Oh.
I'd never experienced that before. I was like, what is going on? Like first my quads, the fronts of my
Yeah.
legs started to cramp, then my hamstrings and my calves started to cramp up, and
Oh.
I had to stop. I had to stop and walk, and then like once you do that, mentally you're broken, right? So
Ah,
the second half of the marathon, I was running, walking, and my legs were just in
yeah.
pieces. They were in pieces. So
Wow. You should have should have gone out and smashed a load of Nando's before the night before.
I should. Oh yeah, totally, totally. Yeah, I think the nutrition side is so key, and electrolytes
Yeah,
as well. Drinking electrolytes and things like
yeah,
that. So yeah, I just remember it was like the hardest physical thing that I've ever done, and it wasn't enjoyable the second half because I was in so much
yeah.
discomfort with my legs. I just remember finishing and going through the the finish line. I just collapsed onto the pavement. I just lay down on my back on the pavement, and I literally, Jordan, I couldn't get back up. My legs just
Wow.
completely froze. I literally couldn't get up. I had to get two people took pity on me, and they helped me to my feet. Luckily, because I just couldn't. I physically could not get back up. That's how
Yeah,
shot my legs were, right? So it was hard. It was hard.
that's that's incredible. Like when you think about these people that run ultra marathons and the Iron Man, is it things like that, like
Yeah.
and these triathlons and oh my god, like I couldn't think of anything worse, to be fair. Like I know that they're doing it for their own personal achievements and things, but my God, you put yourself through so much pain and so much exhaustion. It's incredible what the body can go through and still function. Like my God, like yeah, I wouldn't want to do it.
I know what you mean. I think with running, certainly because obviously I've done a lot of running. There's nothing like the feeling when you're running and everything's working. Like you got lots of energy. Your legs feel great,
Yeah,
and everything like flows, and you feel amazing. That is incredible. But then conversely, like there's nothing worse than when you're running and you just feel like flat, like you got no energy, your legs are dead.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just the emotions of running, isn't it? But we'll
I
see.
think
We'll see.
I think that's the same with a lot of sports, isn't it? Like when you're on it in terms of playing the sport or doing the sport, when you're performing at a high level, you feel like you're unstoppable. Like for example, if you're playing tennis or um, if you're playing pickleball, if you're playing golf, like you're hitting the ball perfectly, you're hitting winners. You know,
Mm.
you're able to chip and putt very easily, and you just feel like, man, I'm unbeatable today. But then,
Yeah.
you go again the week later or even a couple of days later, and it's completely different story. You're not hitting the winners that you were, and you're slicing it off to the right. Sports a lot. Every sport is like that. You're never going to be perfect for a long period of time. You're going to have like the ups and downs of everything. It's frustrating, but that's why we love sport.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a good friend of mine, she is really into the gym, and she describes her gym training as torture, but it's torture that she enjoys. So
Yeah, yeah,
I think she's at the level, and you can get to that level where you're so fit that it's torture, but you can enjoy it, right? You can live in that pain cave,
mm,
and you can live there. So it would be great for me to try and get back to that kind of level, but
awesome.
you're right. Like consistency in sport is so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah,
And that's why the top people in golf and in other sports are at the top. It's just because they can keep that mindset and keep that consistency. So
definitely.
yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see about the marathon. I'll keep you posted, Jordan.
awesome. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds good. And you were saying just before we hit record that you've got something of a maybe an update or some news on the pigeons that we were discussing in the last episode, right?
I've just been observant. I've been out and about. When I've been wandering about, pottering about, I've seen groups of pigeons, and I've looked at them in a different light. I mean, I've been thinking, is there one there that is staring at me? Is there one that's made eye contact for
You,
a prolonged period of time? I'm happy to report back that I haven't experienced that yet. I haven't found a spy pigeon yet, but you
right.
never know. You never know.
There we go.
The research goes on. How about you? Have you come across any suspicious pigeons in the past week?
To be honest with you, I haven't seen any pigeons around here
Oh, interesting.
recently. Yeah, so where we live, we don't really get too many pigeons. Like if we go to um, a little bit further up the kind of mountain area, there's loads of pigeons there. But where we are, we don't really get pigeons. So um, not unless one of my chickens has kind of been, corrupted and now is a spy. But no, luckily for me, no spy pigeons around here.
Well, that makes it even more intriguing then if you do spot a rogue pigeon, because then it will be suspicious. You'll be thinking, "Come on,
Yes.
what is this rogue pigeon actually doing around here?" So keep me
Yeah.
posted on that, Jordan. I'm interested to
Absolutely.
find out.
Especially if it's got like a blinking red light on it, right? One of those
Yeah,
things, and you got to
yeah,
see.
yeah. Exactly, exactly.
It's watching something. Awesome.
Jordan,
Yes,
did you find anything this week in the news, by the way?
I
How has your news monitoring been going?
I did find something, and I'm happy to say it's back to my beloved Japan as usual.
Great, great.
Um, so there's a prefecture in Japan called Kochi, Kochi Prefecture, um, and basically they are offering to pay single people to use a dating app. Um, so if you are single and you are, of course, of age to be dating, then this prefecture will potentially pay you, I believe, in the region of something like £100 or £150 to use a dating
Hmm.
app, which to me is very, very interesting because I don't realize or really understand why the local prefecture, the local council is getting involved in this. But the reason I continued reading was just because I wasn't really aware. But Kochi is actually one of Japan's least populous areas, and many young people leave to go and work in Tokyo. Um, so basically, they're trying to encourage people to kind of stay, uh, get married, and basically have a family and raise a family in the area. But they're only targeting the younger generation, so below 39, um, basically, and they're focusing on that core section, that core demographic per se. So I wanted to know your opinion on the local government paying its residents to use a dating app.
I mean, anything from Japan now doesn't surprise me. It could be anything now, and I wouldn't be surprised after the stories that you find on Japan. I love Japan so much. I've got to say that. Wow, I mean, I think that young people there are very lucky then if they're getting paid to go out on dates. I think it's a very, very interesting initiative, isn't it? I could
Mm,
never see that happening in my own country, in England. Like, I just couldn't see that happening.
yeah.
But obviously, they need to take action. They need to do something to get young people to meet. I mean, I think there's bigger questions here as well, aren't there, about post COVID, the younger generation,
Yes.
how they're able to manage with social interaction and socialization.
Yeah.
Because I think for many young people nowadays, they are socially anxious, and it can be
Mm,
difficult to to meet people. So yeah, I think it's a kind of cool initiative actually. I really really like it. Just imagine, Jordan, like the government's paying for your date essentially, isn't
yes.
it? It's paying for
Yeah.
your night out. So
That's
do they
true.
have like a do they have approved dating spots, do you think, that they encourage people to go to? Or do you think it's 100 quid, you can go anywhere basically?
Yeah, I think maybe. I think they will probably. Um, they'll probably give out like the money, and then they will use it wherever they want to. But a lot of people are not convinced by this initiative. There's been a little bit of a pushback on it, in terms of people are saying that they're not addressing the core problem of the interactions, or settling down to have a family. People are saying that the core problems are not enough money, the cost of living, and also the high costs for raising children, raising a family.
Hmm.
Essentially, education and things like that, of course, are quite expensive. So some people are a little bit skeptical about this because they feel that maybe they're not targeting the real problem within that area. But I agree with you. I think it's a start. You're never going to completely 100% solve the problem in your first initiative, your first go. But I think it's a good start, for me. I think it's quite a positive in a way. Um, and yeah, if it gets people out and about mingling, then yeah, perhaps you might see the population grow, possibly. But yeah, it's quite. I just thought it was quite an interesting initiative that they're trying to combine technology with, of course, solving an age-old problem, especially in a country like Japan, where the population is just getting older and older year by year. But yeah, it's quite an interesting one there.
Yeah, it is, and I think the whole concept of dating apps as well. I mean, dating apps were, way past my time.
Yeah,
Invented and came along after I'd met my wife and got married. But yeah, the whole idea of dating apps as well is something quite strange for me, anyway. Still,
yes,
how that whole how that whole thing works. But
absolutely, yeah.
yeah, it's
Well,
interesting story.
another add-on to this actually, and again, I know this because um, I've spoken to a few people that have used this service. Um, is that there are special services in Japan that match people for marriage. So
Oh, really?
they will essentially give their preferences to the matchmaker, I suppose, um, and they will then introduce them to these people, and they will maybe go on a date or something like that, and then with the idea that both of them have the idea that they want to get married. So I know, I think at least two people who have used it, and
Mm.
they got married and have had children through it. So I don't know the success rate, but from the people that I know, it seems to be quite successful.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very interesting, isn't it? It reminds me a bit of the. Have you seen the reality show Married at First Sight? Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched many episodes, but yes, I have heard of it.
No,
Yes.
I haven't. I haven't watched it, but I've seen a few clips on social media. Where the couple literally meet.
Yes.
During the wedding ceremony. So it's just reality TV gone a bit crazy, isn't it? Gone a bit mad. But yeah, that just
Absolutely.
sprung to mind when you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're absolutely right. I think there's a lot of people nowadays that, especially after 5 years of COVID or whatever it was, they were really quite scared to enjoy social events. Right? They didn't want to socialize with people, of course. So I think that can be one of the problems. Is, as you said, is that people just they didn't go out after COVID.
Exactly that. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it is difficult generally, isn't it, for young people, I think, to meet new people nowadays. Everyone's always on their phones,
Mm,
glued to their screens. It's a
true.
different
Yeah.
different world now. When we were young, we just sat around chatting, didn't we, all the time? Whereas nowadays everyone's on their phone all the time.
Yeah.
That's just a crude observation, but it seems to be quite true in
Yes.
many
Yeah.
cases.
And it's more it's more about like sometimes watching each other play games rather than play games with each other, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
where like I believe, like for example, we if we went round a mate's house, like we would play the PlayStation or what together, um, and maybe against each other or whatever. But nowadays they seem to just like watch each other play a game and maybe not necessarily play the same game at the same time. Yeah, it's a little for me. That's a little bit strange. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't enjoy that so much, but it seems a little bit weird.
absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Yeah, yeah. Those kind of videos are super popular, aren't they? Yeah.
Indeed, so yeah, they are. Did you have any ideas of like a role play that we could do today? I know that people like our role plays, and we haven't done one for a while. Did you have any ideas for a role play for today?
um, let me have a think. Well, I was going to suggest that we could do something around the online like online dating idea, but we could do that, couldn't we?
Yeah, I was having an idea that I could try and I was the government official, and I was going to try and convince you to join to join
Okay,
my new dating app that I have.
that's a really cool idea. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So let's try and yes, recruit Richard to be one of our um, yeah online customers.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
All right. Ah, hi Richard. I just wanted to pitch an idea to you that I think would be fantastic for yourself, and that is joining our new dating app that we have for people in our particular area. So it's within our region, so they are not too far away. And the added bonus is that we will uh, pay you a little bit of money for using our app as well. So I thought you would be a great candidate. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you very much. I've seen the dating app advertised. Obviously, I've used dating apps before in the past.
Mm.
So what sets your app apart then from other apps? How is it different?
So we are locally based, of course. So it's within our region, and we require our users to, of course, update their personal um, information with their regional identification so that we know they are from our area. And also, what sets us apart is that we provide a little bit of money for you guys to go out on dates, and to meet other people and to enjoy yourselves. So yeah, we can provide a little bit of cash incentives for users.
What's the name of the app again?
The name of the app is called, hold on here, Tapple is the name of the app.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. I had a look at your terms and conditions, so I just wanted
Hmm.
to like pick you up on a few of those, if I may.
Okay. Sure.
It says that you'll give me £100 per date, but it also says that I must marry within the first 3 dates. And then the other thing that I read was you require a baby within the first year, and
Hmm.
the middle name of the baby has got to be Tapple. Is that right?
Generally speaking, yes. We would require um, those to happen, but I think the marry within the first 3 dates is not necessarily getting married, but having the commitment to marrying someone. So our idea is that within the first 3 dates, we can match you with the woman of your dreams, and you would want to marry her. So that's our kind of commitment, and of course, we cannot 100% guarantee, but we will try our very best so that you have a successful uh, date and hopefully meet someone that you would like to marry.
I mean, the only other worry that I've got is one of my closest friends. His name's
Yes,
Colin. He signed up for your app, and his
yes.
kind of requirements were he wanted a quiet young woman who was into reading, who was sort of into quiet weekends away like he is,
Mm.
and you matched Colin with like a national bodybuilding female champion.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Colin, I think he was quite traumatized after the first date, but due to the terms and conditions, he had to obviously get married to her, and now he essentially lives in a small flat full of sort of pots of protein and creatine, and he's forced to go to the gym with her every evening. So what do you say about that? I'm worried that you're not going to match me with the person that I want to be matched with.
Right. Well, you can. I think with Colin's case, uh, he was a little bit ambiguous with what he wanted. He did say that he wanted someone who was quiet and maybe more of like a library goer, but he also said he wanted somebody that was fun as well. So I think our algorithm paired him with Janice, of course, because the element of fun that was there. But they seem to be happy because they've got a son now, Timothy Tapple Jones, and yeah, I think they're doing okay, and we regard that as one of our success stories. I think.
No, sure. I mean, I think that Colin was just a bit confused because obviously Colin isn't the tallest of men. I think he's around 5 foot, five foot
Yes.
six, something like that, and he asked for a potential partner of the same height as him, or shorter. And I
Mm.
mean, as you know, Janice is close to 7 foot. So
Yes, yes, she's
we, you know.
yeah, she's definitely on the tall side, and but yeah, I think there are definite parameters in which you can set, and if you're dead set on those ones, then we can definitely work within them, of course. But like I said, for yourself, if you want to give it a go, I'm happy to waive the terms and conditions for the first month. But if you really enjoy it and you like it, then you can sign up properly for the second month with the terms and conditions applied. Yeah, would you like to join?
Let's go for it. Let's do it. Go on, sign me
Awesome.
up. Sign me up.
Wonderful. I've got a great idea for you. It's Janice's sister. She's
Wow.
yes, she's also um, uh, a Miss like Iron Woman. I'm sure she can help you out with your running and get you in shape for the marathon.
It's not Jeanette, is it?
That's the one. Yes, 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 yes.
She's even taller than Janice, though.
Yes, she is. Yes, you're right. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I love it because we're trying to break each other. Like we're trying to make each other laugh. Every every single role play that we do, there's always something we're trying to make each other laugh. I love that little cat and mouse. It's brilliant. And that
I
was
think that I
awesome. That
think
was really good.
I think that does raise the question though, doesn't it? Though on dating apps
Mm.
of like how suitable often are people when they're
Mm.
matched? Because
Yes.
the thing with pictures as well, right? With pictures nowadays, the filters you can put on them, and you
Yeah.
can just So it must be there must be some sort of incidences where people meet and they're unpleasantly surprised, shall we say?
Yeah, and
But
there's also
yeah,
the term, also the terminology catfishing as well, right?
yes,
Where
yeah,
they pretend to be someone that they are not. That's another danger as well, of course. So yeah, I think sometimes people can have very bad experiences, and there's no guarantee to anything. Like sometimes these apps will guarantee success and guarantee marriage or guaranteed some, but yeah, there's no guarantee at all. I don't think. But
mm.
yeah, I think you just have to use. If you were to use them, you have to just use them with caution and be a bit sensible, really.
Agreed, agreed.
Of
Well, that was good
course.
fun. That was great fun.
Awesome. Yes.
Shall we segue into our English to take away?
Absolutely. I've got some really interesting
Cool.
phrases. Yes. But please kick things off.
Okay, we'll do. I liked how you described your day as a lazy day. So
Mm,
if you say I'm having a lazy day or I had a lazy day, it's a nice collocation. It just means a relaxing day. I had a lazy day. I didn't do much. Nice natural expression, Jordan, from you.
absolutely. Yeah. Good. And I like this one because it's not used very often and it's only used in certain circumstances. I entered the ballot, which is really, really cool because it specifically means you putting your name down to be chosen for something. Um, you can use this within politics, right? Someone entered the ballot, so they are going to be chosen as the mayor or the governor or the president. Um, but for you, you entered the ballot for the marathon, right? So I like that one just because it was very specific to a situation.
Cool. Okay, next one. You were talking about your pickleball marathon, and you said that your legs were shot to bits, which is
Yes,
a really, really nice informal way of saying that you've got muscle pain in your legs. Your
yes,
legs are sore. My legs are shot. My legs are shot to bits. Nice
nice.
expression.
A nice expression to say that you don't really have a high percentage of success, as you mentioned, your chances are slim, which is a great one because there's 1.7 million people that entered. You can say my chances of getting a spot are slim, very low percentage, but hopefully you will.
Well, hopefully, or yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I won't live to regret that decision,
Yeah,
to enter it. We'll see. It's funny, isn't it? It's often when you don't want something, you end up getting it, and when you
yes,
really, really want something, you don't get it. So I'm not,
that's true.
I'm not fussed. I'm not
Yeah,
too bothered. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Um,
awesome.
okay, nice adjective next to describe someone who maybe doesn't trust something.
Hmm.
It's skeptical.
Hmm.
People
Yes.
are skeptical. So people are maybe not believing, not trusting in something.
Mm.
Skeptical is the adjective, and the noun, of course, is a skeptic. So he is a skeptic, or he is skeptical of something.
Perfect. Nice. I liked how your friend described her gym sessions as it's torture. Again, this is something that we use to describe something that is quite difficult, often painful, aching, sometimes even boring. We can use it for something that is boring. We can say it's torture because maybe we feel that it's a little bit negative, but we can use it not necessarily meaning it to be too negative either, like your friend does. I just thought it was a really interesting phrase. It's quite versatile for us to use in different circumstances.
Cool. All right, nice. Okay, next one. You were talking about I think the contract for the dating app, and I
Okay.
think I've got the example right. But anyway, it's a verb, and it means when normally you have to pay something. So normally you have to pay a fee to use an app, but the company says, "Don't worry, you don't have to pay." So the
Mm,
company waive
mm,
the fees. But we've got the verb to waive, but it's spelt differently. So to waive something, to
yes.
not include something,
Hmm.
WAIVE, to waive.
Yes.
So I thought that was an interesting verb to use.
Absolutely. When we were talking about the pigeons, again, this is a great phrase to use when you think something about someone or something, and then maybe you hear something, and then you change your mind or you change your view a little bit, and the sentence that you can use or the phrase that you can use, I looked at them in a different light, is a great one to use. Yeah. To look at something or someone in a different light means to basically change your mind.
Cool. Nice. Okay, last one from me. I had to I had to include it because it's such an interesting word. Catfishing.
Ooh.
So mate, come on, I'm sure you can give a better definition of me. So what is catfishing again, Jordan?
So catfishing is pretending to be someone that you are not. In terms of putting out, let's say, a profile picture that is of a very handsome man, uh, but actually behind that profile is maybe an old lady who is lonely and just wants to chat to someone.
Sure.
Um, Possibly. That's an example, of course. Yes.
And then there's another word as well that sprung to mind from
Oh,
catfishing, which was, you know, people that they go on dating apps and they're not really too interested in the person as such. They're more interested in the person's money, how wealthy
ooh,
he or she is, and they're really just after expensive
yes.
gifts, or they want to get money basically, and
Yeah.
that is called gold digging, and a person is
Yes.
a gold digger,
Ah,
which
there you
I
go.
thought goes quite nicely with well, so catfishing is the noun. What's a person called? A catfisher? No.
Cat. No, can't. Can it be? Can we call them a catfish? I don't know.
Catfish, maybe a catfish. I'm not sure. I'm not sure there is a noun for the person, but a
Yeah,
gold
I don't.
digger is
Yeah, gold digger. Yeah, gold digger is fine. That's no problem.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, calling someone a catfish. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it might be the terminology that could be used. I've only ever really heard it as the verb, like to catfish. So
Oh no, a catfish.
yeah.
I've just
Oh,
checked. It
okay.
is
Oh, good,
a
good, good, good.
catfish. Yeah. Cool.
Simple,
All right.
simple,
Nice.
perfect. No
Yeah.
problem. I like your phrase that you asked the question. What sets you apart from the others? Right? When when you use this phrase to like set something apart, basically, why are you different? What makes you different? What's um, your USP, your unique selling point, right? Um, yeah, we need to explain why we are different to all of the others, and how we operate differently, etc. So I like that because it was again really specific to differentiating yourself, your product from the others, from the other competition. So yeah, really
Cool.
good, very well done, awesome.
Nice.
What an
Okay.
array of words.
Yeah. As always, let me quickly summarize. We had a lazy day. We had
Mhm.
to enter a ballot. My legs are shot to bits, so my
Mhm.
legs are very tired, very painful. Uh, Chances are slim, so to have
Mhm.
slim chances. Skeptical, nice adjective. Torture when you're describing exercise. To waive something, so to not
Mhm.
include something. To look at something or someone in a different light.
Mhm.
Catfishing, a catfish, gold digging, a gold digger, and what sets you apart? How are
Nice.
you different?
Perfect. Nice. Very, very well done indeed. Absolutely no problem at all. Um, as always, if you guys have any questions or any role plays that you would like us to do, don't be shy. Please email us at dog. Please
We can
email
bleep
us.
that. We can bleep that profanity out. Don't worry.
Yeah, please email us at the. I've lost it now. Yeah.
No, it's okay. So email address English to takeaway pod
Mm,
at gmail.com.
there we go. And yeah, I'm really happy about this episode. It's been really interesting to talk about these wonderful and a little bit strange topics. I like the quirkiness of them, of course. Indeed.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Enjoy yourself. Have a good few days, and we'll definitely get the next episode up and running very soon.
Nice. All right. See you soon, Jordan. Take care.
Take care, mate. Bye.
Bye, mate. Bye, bye.